All right, everybody, it's Coach G back here again in Photoshop with another tutorial. And today I want to show you basically some real quick fill adjustment layer edits. We can use gradients on this image to give us a unique look. It can mimic some sort of lighting you might not have done in the studio. So first things first, I have my background here. I don't really need to do this, but I will make a copy by clicking and dragging to this little plus box down at the bottom where it says create a new layer. What I want to do now is, since this background layer is locked, we're just going to ignore that. We're going to apply a new layer to this. So basically down here, as you see the little pop-up, create a new fill or adjustment layer. We're looking for the gradient right here. And the default settings it has, I mean, depending upon what effect you're gonna go for is what you would angle this at. We're gonna be going from left to right for a gradient, and then another gradient, different color from right to left. So we'll start with it's got the color going from black to transparent. I don't want a black color, I want, it doesn't really matter. I'm just demonstrating this for you, but we'll go with like a pinkish purple and click OK. Our angle's at 0 there, so we'll just go ahead and set that. So in just a moment, we'll see what this really is going to end up looking like. But again, if you remember, we had the angle at 0. Now we want to do the opposite of that. So let's do negative 180. So as you can see, the black part of the gradient, by default it's black to transparent, is going here. We again are going to change it from black to a different color. I'll just go with that color scheme right there, that blue. So again, everything else is just default settings. It's fine here. I've got my two gradient fills. It's very simple. I'll click them, and on this drop down menu right here where it has my normal blending mode option, I'm gonna go down and go to color, and you can see what's happening. The color is significantly changed with that gradient effect. It almost looks like it's being lit properly in the studio this way, but it is not, because if you remember correctly, this is what it looked like before. It was just, your standard lighting setup, and now even the water is, affected by the gradient. Again, the blue is from the right to left, and the pink is from the left to right. Hope I said that right the first time, but again, before, after. Now, if you want to adjust even more, what you can do is above here, just select, play around with the curves levels and see how that affects your overall image. So I've got my, I just simply selected curves down here as my fill adjustment layer, and just play around with the slider. So as you see, I can click on the slider and bring it down or up. So if I bring it down, the darks are coming in because it's affecting the darker part. Now I go to this point up here and watch the lights will increase significantly. It's a bit more dynamic than the flatter image before. So again, if I took this curves layer off, that's what we had right there. It's fine, but if you want to pop a little bit more, the curves adjustment layer can do the trick. And if that's too intense for you, you can always lower the opacity on that specific layer. So if I just lower it just a bit, it won't be as dramatic. But again, that was with nothing, that's with it added. So that, when I say nothing, I mean just the gradients. Now when we add the curves on top of that, it makes it pop a bit more. I think it looks good like that. You tell me. This is just a quick, easy gradient fill tutorial for you. Just wanted to give you something to mess around with if you were interested in doing something like this. Again, you're not limited to the colors I used, of course. You can tweak this as much as you want, find different color combos. That looks good right there. That's pretty cool. So feel free, grab an image. This is just some stock image I used, and hope you like it. Hope you learned something. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll catch you later.